Okay guys, I am so excited to be trying the new KVD Good Apple Liquid Foundation. The poured version was incredible. I'm really excited to try this. I've seen everybody talking about it online. I think this is my shade. Let's give this a try. It's a little bit on the light side. When you pump it out, you can see it's very liquidy. It's actually a serum and it's supposed to blur your imperfections, blur your pores, and it's also supposed to be sweat proof and super long wear. Wow, that is super full coverage. But what's interesting about it is it's like very, very thin. Oh my God, that is super full coverage. You don't need a lot with this. A little goes a long way, and look how it's covered my face. It also has a lot of slip, like a serum as well. And because of that, it actually doesn't feel like it's going to be sweat proof, but I'm really curious and I'm gonna try it out and see. I will say, because it's so light and thin, I don't like using it with a brush. You wanna use a sponge with it and kind of diffuse it, but you don't want anything that's gonna give you any lines. This is actually the darkest shade they sent me, but it's still a little bit light for me. With any full coverage foundation, you need to make sure you match your shade really well because you don't get as much stretchability. If you don't match the shade to your actual skin, it's gonna really show. I'm gonna finish my makeup and see how it wears with my makeup, but so far it's really, really nice. Okay guys, so I finished my makeup, and as you can see, I love the way my complexion looks. You don't need a lot of product with this. It is so light, so beautiful. It does blur your pores. I'm so impressed with the way my skin looks. I'm gonna wear it all day, and I will check in at the end of the day to see how it looks. Is this gonna become my new favorite foundation? We will see. I had to put a lot of bronzer on because it was a little too light, but I really do love the foundation so far. Okay guys, it's almost 7 p.m. right now. I put my foundation on at 8 a.m. So it has been almost 12 hours. It's been about 11 hours since I applied my foundation. And I will say it looks amazing. I'm quite surprised about how amazing it looks because I've had a day. The only thing I will say is I got like some like weird sweat marks here a lot. I mean, that happens to me when I'm like nervous sometimes or anxious, but it happened here and it happened here, and I have no idea what that is. Overall, the wearing power is amazing, super, super long lasting. My skin still looks really nice and smooth. It does have this like beautiful filter finish. And also remember, you need to apply this with a sponge, not a brush. That's the best way to work this because it is very fluid, so you will get those brush strokes. The only thing is, I have noticed that it keeps mattifying like more and more throughout the day. So if you have oily skin, you're going to love this. If you have dry skin, I'm not sure that you would love it so much. You might want to apply a much thinner layer, and I think then you'll have a really beautiful result. I applied a lot and I can see it. I think there might be some volatiles in it that just kind of evaporate and keep your skin more oil controlled. Even though it did that, it didn't show my pores. Sometimes when foundation is drier, it starts to show your pores, but this didn't do that. So overall, I really love this foundation. Is this gonna be my favorite full coverage foundation? I'm not sure because the shade didn't work for me, but I'm gonna try to get the right shade, and then we'll see if this becomes a favorite for me. But I loved wearing it, love it so much. It's so beautiful.